Hello and welcome to Lovella's Coloring. So this video will be a Copic Markers related video for beginners like myself. A couple months ago for my birthday, my family got me the whole set of Copic Ciaos, and I'm the kind of person, when I try out a new medium, I don't just jump in right away. I like to research and gather as much information as I can to give me the confidence before I start working with them. And with the Copic Ciaos, I know that they are just alcohol markers, but my experience with that kind of medium was to just use them as a base and then go over it with colored pencils. So I did also try with the alcohol markers that I have, like the Btsky markers, Touch New markers, Sharpies, and Bics. I did try layering or adding a shade darker to create shadows, but I don't know, with the Copics, it just seems to me that these markers are a different level of use for coloring, blending, and effects, and with them being expensive markers, I want to make sure that I'm using them to their best abilities. I don't want to waste the ink, especially with the because I have the Copic Ciaos. They are a smaller barrel compared to the regular Copic markers or the Copic sketch markers. So yeah, I don't know if that made sense, but that's just how I feel about these markers. So recently I was so kindly sent a happy mail that I want to share with you all, and then afterwards I will share how I swatched these markers, how I labeled them, because these Copic Ciaos don't have the name on the end of each of the caps, and I will also share how I am now storing them. So we'll go ahead and get started with the happy mail that I was sent. Let me go ahead and move this aside. So a lovely subscriber, her name is Doreen, she reached out to me to ask if I would be interested in a book about how to color with Copics. And actually it's this one, which is the Copic Coloring Guide by Annie's Paper Crafts. And she said that this was given to her as a gift, but she doesn't have Copics, and she asked if I was interested in it, and I said yes, because I also told her that I'm slowly wanting to learn how to use the Copic markers, and I thought any guide or book would be great to have to help me learn how to use these kinds of markers. So she so kindly sent it to me, so thank you so much, Doreen, for sending me this book. Once I master the Copic markers, I'm sure I'm gonna pass it on to someone else who might be interested in learning Copic markers. So I really love books where I can learn from it. Yes, you can go on YouTube, but sometimes it's nice to have just a book, just showing you the different kinds of Copics, the sizes, and what they mean. I'm sure there's other books, but this one is kind of simplified, where it would be make it helpful for me to learn how to use the Copics, how to smooth color, and yes, how to use the brush end of the markers, and blending on paper. So half of it, I believe, is on techniques on how to use your Copic markers, and then the other part of the book is how to color the image, how to create the little cards. But yes, which is great because I can I'm not going to be making cards, I don't really do that, but I can use their instructions on how to color it to color on regular illustrations from coloring books. So yeah, so happy to get this, and I'm so happy that Doreen reached out and asked if I was interested in this book. It's really sweet of her and really kind, and yeah, so I'm going to be using this a lot as I learn how to use these markers. So thank you again so much, Doreen, for this book and especially for sending it out to me. So again, this is the Copic Coloring Guide by Annie's Paper Crafts. A couple of days ago, I received an email giving me a heads up about a tip for before you use your Copic markers, and I thought I would go ahead and share it with you guys in this video. The email came at the perfect time for me to share it with you because I was planning to put this video together. And so if you're new and you just got your Copic markers, the tip is to open both caps prior to use, because there could be changes in the pressure within the barrel of this marker that may have occurred during shipment, and that can cause the ink to pool at one end. So you know, you don't want to start coloring and then have so much ink just come out. So yeah, pretty much when you receive your new Copics, before you color, make sure to release the pressure within the marker by taking off both caps before coloring. And yeah, so I just want to say thank you so much to JoAnn for sending me this Copic tip. I actually don't remember reading it in the reviews, but you know, I am just so thankful that she thought of me and emailed me about it, not knowing if I knew already or not. So again, thank you so much, JoAnn, for that great tip. So another wonderful subscriber, her name is Shelly. She emailed me that she was also going to be getting her set of Copics, but I wasn't sure. I don't remember which one she was going to be getting, but she was going to be getting the whole set for her anniversary, and I don't know if it already passed. But Shelly, if you're watching this, happy anniversary to you and your husband, and many more to come. So she suggested that I share how I swatched my markers and labeled them, and to share what case I used to house my Copic Ciaos. And yeah, so I really loved her suggestion, and I told her I was gonna see about making this video. I apologize that it was taking me so long to do this, but let me go ahead and start with the swatch for the Copic Ciaos. Here is the color chart for the Copic Ciaos. I have the chart that just has the 180, I believe, colors of the Copic Ciaos. I know there are more, about 300 something colors for Copics, but I didn't want to get the bigger chart because I don't want to be tempted to get any more colors. I want to try to familiarize myself with the Copic Ciaos and get better at coloring with them before I grow my collection of them. So that's why I decided to use this one. Plus it's all in one side, so I don't have to keeps turning around or anything like that. I did leave some blank to share with you how I went about swatching it. I did make 3 layers, so you can see the different colors for the layers for just that one color. And this is the website that I downloaded this color chart from. If you're interested in downloading it, I will also have it down below in the video description, the link for this color chart. And I believe on the same page also, here's the labels for the Copic Ciao. And this one, again, you can get it at the same website that the color charts are in. And I actually didn't see this chart there at first. I ended up getting the labels from another website, which I'll link down below. It's called Lucas Creative Studio, and I printed it wrong. I don't remember. I think there were long lists all along, but the way I saw it on my computer, for some reason, had it in 16 pages. So I don't know, whichever is best for you. I would also make sure to see the size of the labels to make sure that it fits in the hole puncher, because you're going to need a hole puncher to take out the labels, and then to use a glossy accent, which the person that made these charts suggested to use to attach the labels. So I will go ahead and zoom in and show how I did that. So here is the labels that are left for these pens over here, or the markers here. This is from, again, the Lucas Creative Studio. Either of the labels should work well as long as the numbers fit in the hole puncher. You just have to make it smaller if the size of the print is too big before you print it. So yeah, so I'm going to fast forward this part, and I'm going to be sharing how I went about labeling it and also swatching it. So we'll go ahead and get started. So that's basically it. Very easy to do, and the labeling, again, very easy. Just have to make sure you're putting the right labels in on the right pen. So the last thing I want to share with you is the marker bag that I decided to put all of my Copic Ciaos in. They used to come in a plastic container like this that has a covering on it, but you know, my son can get to it easily and he likes to play with it, so I decided to get a bag, and it is a Btsky marker bag. So let me move this stuff out and I'll share it with you. So here is the case. You can see that there's some markers in the zippered area over here. I'll go ahead and add the other 4. Should be. See if I can straighten this out. So this case is a Btsky case. There's only 170 slots in here, so that's why it's on the outside over here. But where I'm keeping this up on my desk is facing this way, so my son can't get into it. There are little, I don't know what this is called, but it's also Velcro, so it's very hard for him to open. So here we go. So here is how it looks like inside the case. Fits very nicely in here. The little straps are very tight, but I believe there's I can fit like another row in here, so I'm going to see if I can find another like sleeve to hold markers that I can just stick in here. I believe I saw some on Amazon, but I still have to search for it. So right now they are going to sit right in here. So yeah, so this is the case that I am housing all of my Copic markers. So let me go ahead and move this up here. So that is it. Again, you know, this is an all beginner stuff video for Copic alcohol markers. I hope it helps anyone that is thinking of getting them or already have the markers but are like me, a beginner. You know, I will be slowly learning how to use them and then definitely integrating them with my coloring. So I want to end it with, you know, sending a big hug and thank you to Doreen, JoAnn, and Shelly. You know, Doreen for the book, JoAnn and Shelly for the tip and suggestions. I really appreciate it, and I am so grateful for their support. And most of all, I thank you all so much for watching. So please take care, keep safe and healthy, and happy colorings. Bye-bye.